Lionel Messi's arrival at Inter Miami marked a new dawn for football in the United States, and now, with his contract extended through 2028, his story with the club feels like it's just beginning. The man who once conquered Europe with Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain has found a new home in Miami, a city that embraces both his football magic and his human story. Since joining the club in 2023, Messi has transformed not only the fortunes of Inter Miami but also the entire image of Major League Soccer. His performances, his goals, and his connection with the fans have made every match a global spectacle. When news broke that he had signed a new deal that would keep him with the club until he is 41, it sent waves of excitement across the football world. This was more than just a contract, it was a commitment to a project, a vision, and a love affair between a football legend and a growing football culture. When Messi first landed in Miami, expectations were sky high. Many doubted whether he could maintain the same level of excellence he showed in Europe, but he silenced all doubts from the very first game. His debut was like something out of a dream. A packed dry PNK Stadium, the pink and black shirts glimmering under the Florida lights, fans chanting his name, and in the dying moments of the match, Messi curled a free kick into the top corner to win it. It was a goal that announced his arrival in style, a moment that instantly became part of football folklore. From that day on, every time Messi stepped onto the pitch, the atmosphere was electric. Crowds followed him everywhere, home or away. Miami games became must-watch events around the world. As the 2023 Leagues Cup began, Messi took charge. He scored 10 goals in 7 games, guiding Inter Miami to their first ever trophy. It wasn't just about his numbers. It was the way he elevated everyone around him. Players like Joseph Martinez, Robert Taylor, and Benjamin Cremaschi started playing with a new sense of confidence, inspired by his presence. Every touch of the ball from Messi carried a sense of inevitability. Whether it was a pinpoint pass splitting the defense or a curling shot from outside the box, he made football look effortless. The Leagues Cup final against Nashville saw Messi score another stunning goal, firing a rocket into the top corner before the game went to penalties. When Miami lifted the trophy, Messi smiled with that familiar blend of joy and calmness, the same look he had worn so many times in Europe but now with a new sense of meaning. This time, he wasn't just adding another title to his collection, he was building something from the ground up. The 2024 MLS season saw Messi's influence grow even more. Inter Miami went from being a struggling side to one of the most dominant teams in the league. With Messi pulling the strings, Miami played attacking, fluid football. He formed a remarkable partnership with Luis Suarez, his old Barcelona teammate, who joined him in early 2024. The two veterans turned the league into their playground, combining for goal after goal in breathtaking fashion. In one unforgettable match against La Galaxy, Messi scored a hat-trick and assisted 2 more, reminding everyone that his brilliance hadn't faded. Every week, he added another highlight to his growing MLS collection: solo runs, delicate chips, and perfectly placed free kicks that left goalkeepers frozen. By the end of the 2024 season, Messi had scored 25 league goals and assisted 17, leading Miami to their first Supporters' Shield as the best team in the regular season. His performances earned him the MLS MVP award, and he became the face of the league's global marketing campaigns. Yet for Messi, the statistics were only part of the story. What truly mattered to him was the atmosphere that had blossomed around the club. The fans filled the stands not just to watch football, but to experience something magical. Children came wearing his number 10 jersey, shouting his name before kickoff, hoping to witness one more moment of genius. Messi often said he felt at peace in Miami. The sunshine, the culture, the Spanish-speaking community, it all made him feel at home. When 2025 arrived, Messi seemed even more determined. He entered the season sharper, fitter, and hungrier than ever. He dominated from the first whistle, scoring in nearly every game during the first half of the campaign. Inter Miami became a team built entirely around his rhythm. Every attack flowed through him. Whether he was gliding past defenders or threading passes through impossible angles, Messi's influence was total. He scored spectacular long-range goals, curled in free kicks, and orchestrated last-minute comebacks. One memorable night came against Atlanta United, when Messi scored 4 goals in a 6-2 victory, each one different in style: a header, a free kick, a solo dribble, and a left-footed rocket. The fans couldn't believe what they were witnessing. Social media exploded with highlights, and even those who had doubted the MLS competitiveness had to admit that Messi was rewriting its history. By mid-season, Messi had already surpassed his previous year's total, reaching 20 goals and 12 assists by the All-Star break. His chemistry with Suarez remained telepathic, while young talents like Benjamin Cremaschi and Facundo Farias grew into stars under his mentorship. Off the pitch, Messi's impact was just as profound. Ticket sales skyrocketed, Miami's global following multiplied, and every away stadium sold out when Inter Miami came to town. The Messi effect extended beyond football. He turned MLS into a cultural phenomenon. Celebrities filled the stands, global broadcasters competed for rights, and children across America began wearing pink Miami jerseys in playgrounds. It was more than sport, it was a movement. When the 2025 MLS season concluded, Messi had done the unthinkable. He won the Golden Boot with 29 goals and led the league in assists with 19. Inter Miami finished as one of the top teams in MLS history, playing with flair and dominance. The playoff run was filled with drama and joy, with Messi scoring crucial goals in every knockout game. In the conference final, he curled in a 30-yard free kick to seal victory and send Miami to the MLS Cup final. Though Miami narrowly lost in a thrilling 3-2 match, Messi's performance throughout the season cemented his legacy as not just a superstar, but a builder of football culture in America. He had given fans belief, passion, and identity. When his contract extension was announced in October 2025, the reaction was pure celebration. The announcement video showed Messi standing inside the unfinished Miami Freedom Park, the new stadium being built for the club. He smiled and said, "This is my family. This is my home." It was a simple statement but carried enormous weight. Messi wasn't leaving after a short adventure, he was staying to shape the future. The contract runs through 2028, taking him beyond his 41st birthday. For a player who has achieved everything there is to achieve, 10 La Liga titles, 4 Champions Leagues, a Copa America, and a World Cup, this was an emotional decision rooted in love and legacy. He wanted to give back to a game and a league that had embraced him so warmly. In interviews, Messi admitted that he had rediscovered his joy in Miami. After years of pressure at Barcelona and PSG, he found balance again. He loved the slower pace, the family life, and the way fans treated him with respect and admiration. Every matchday felt like a festival. He often spoke about how special it was to play in front of fans waving Argentina flags and Miami banners, united by football. He became more than just a player, he was an ambassador for the sport in a country still growing into its football identity. David Beckham, co-owner of Inter Miami, described him as the soul of the project. Beckham's dream of bringing the world's best to America had come true in the most spectacular way imaginable. By the time he extended his contract, Messi's numbers were extraordinary. 71 goals and 44 assists in just 82 appearances for Inter Miami. He had already become the club's all-time top scorer and assist provider, smashing records that had stood since the team's founding. But more than that, he had raised the level of everyone around him. The young American players learned from him every day, watching his training habits, his humility, and his calm leadership. His professionalism set a new standard for what it means to be world-class. Coaches across the league praised how he read the game like no one else, always 2 steps ahead, always anticipating the next movement. Each of Messi's goals told its own story. There were delicate chips over goalkeepers that reminded fans of his Barcelona days, thunderous strikes from outside the box, and perfectly timed runs into the box. Many of his goals came from set pieces, where his precision remained unmatched. He often celebrated with a quiet smile, pointing to the sky, a gesture that had become iconic. Fans waited for that moment, the instant when Messi scored and the crowd erupted, when the pink smoke filled the air and the chant of "Messi, Messi" echoed around the stadium. Those were moments of pure magic, the kind of moments that transcend sport itself. As the seasons passed, Messi's influence on American soccer culture deepened. Youth academies saw a surge in enrollment, television ratings reached record highs, and even rival teams benefited from the attention he brought. The league grew stronger, and the footballing world began to take MLS seriously as a destination, not just a retirement stop. Messi's presence made that possible. He had brought credibility, artistry, and passion to a league that had long dreamed of reaching global relevance. Now, with his commitment through 2028, the story continues. Messi's legacy in Miami is already secured. He has given the city joy, unity, and global recognition. But more importantly, he has shown that greatness doesn't end with age, it evolves. What he is doing now is not just about winning matches, it's about inspiring the next generation. When he steps onto the pitch for Inter Miami, whether it's a humid night in Florida or a high-stakes away match, the world still watches with awe. Every touch still carries that same elegance, that same promise of magic that has defined his entire career. Lionel Messi's Inter Miami journey is not just a chapter in his story, it's the beautiful continuation of a legend that refuses to fade.